honestly, I used to be that toxic person. Let's start there. I used to be that toxic person, and many corporations kept me on when I wasn't ready to be a leader. Having retrospect, so you know how sometimes when you think back, I would have made sure that I had the leadership development that was necessary to take the role. When I first was promoted into a role, I was not ready. So would I keep a person on my team that is toxic? First off, I would set them up for success in the beginning, because if you're watching successfully with what they're doing, you're not just looking at the work that they produce. You're looking at how they interact with other individuals. Because when you're promoting a person into leadership, you're expecting them to lead a team. So I would say, if the person was on my team that's toxic, became toxic after I promoted them, because I would have already vetted all this out, I would set that person to the side, explain to them what a leader truly is, and explain to them if they want to be a person that people tolerate or someone that's they're celebrated. And then we will go from there. I will give them
Coach, I got a question when it comes to.
Come on, Steve. Yes, sir.
I got a question when it go to that. I'm sorry, my stuff be freezing and all that. But what? Because you said you'll set them up for leadership. But what if they're talented but not leadership material?
Then they're not leaders. They're not leaders,
right? You know what I'm saying? They are talented, but you know, you can't. Like they say, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make them think. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Steve. I will say this:
everybody that's talented, just like, I mean, when it comes to writing, I know a lot of people that write, and they really know a lot more now. But I know too that people that write very loud in their books, and they're the quietest people in the room. You know, they can put it down, but they can't lead. You know,
I will say this. It goes this way, Steve. I told some employers that you promoted your best worker. And that's what most organizations do. They promote the best person on the team who gets the job done. But that's not always the best leader.
Right, yeah.
I was a phenomenal worker because I was phenomenally leading myself. I was a focused individual. When you're as focused as I was at the time, you don't have time to be looking at other people and what they're doing. I was so focused, laser focused on me and getting my work done that I was not concerned with what everyone else was doing, which made me a bad leader. Because when you are a leader, you're helping other people grow and develop. And to me, companies right now, and this is across the nation, the world, they promote their best worker. But if that best worker is not a leader, the rest of your team will falter because you have your best worker working as a leader. As opposed to the best worker developing, growing, and elevating the team, so all of them are the best team members, and a leader is leading a group of talented individuals that they cultivated. That's the difference between a leader, a manager, and a person who in those roles.
Okay, so that kind of puts
right, and see, natural talent only take you so far.
You have to cultivate that talent. Absolutely.
So how much of leadership is
talent actually... with the talent?
Go ahead, see.
No, go ahead. You was freezing. Go ahead.
No, you were freezing. We not freezing over here.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's cool now. You got.
I mean, it's like I was saying. It's just like how we was talking basketball earlier. It's many people with talent. And their talent maybe came for a little while, and great talent, but because they didn't work hard. And I believe I was at a state where talent took me so far, and I believe what Coach Rachel did is opened a whole lot more within me.
Okay. I mean, and we talked about that too. And yeah, leadership is not something that's talked about, it's something that's proven. All right. So let me give you another scenario here. You inherited a broken organization, Rachel, where nobody trusts leadership. What is the first thing that you would fix in that broken organization?
The first thing is most likely the reason why they did not trust leadership because leadership was not trustworthy. Integrity plays a big piece in the things that you do. When you tell a team that you're going to do things and you do not do them, they start mistrusting you. The first thing is that you have to build trust. You have to start building trust. If I inherit a broken organization, first they have to get to know Rachel L. Gary as their new leader. Understand what I stand for. Understand what I want to see in them, how I want to develop them, and be that person on an everyday basis. It doesn't change overnight, but it can change because they're not speaking to the past leadership. They're having a conversation with a new leader. So the first thing you do in those organizations is build trust. Build trust in you, with you, and build trust in them. So you every leader is supposed to be serving. You're supposed to be serving them anyway, and serving them so they can grow and develop. You have meetings with them. Find out what they're looking for. And I tell you, 10 times out of 10, no one's looking for more money out of an organization they want work for. People will work for peanuts if they're respected and led well. Okay, it depends on what kind of conversations you're having. So how do you fix a broken organization? 1, get to know the people. 2, make sure that you do the things that you say you're going to do. Set clear expectations with them and how they can come to you. And I'll use myself, for instance. I inherit a lot of broken organizations over the years. And what I've done always is I come in the first 60 days, I tell upper management, I'm not changing a thing. Not one thing. I don't care what's wrong. I'm not changing anything. For 60 days, I'm just getting to know the people and the organization in which you have. I find out what the deficiencies are with the people. I conversate with them first. I tell upper leadership, do not tell me anything about what's going on. Let me know. Let me find out. So I create the connections with the individuals. I work with them in their stations, work with them in their different work ethic, sales, customer service, operations, everywhere. So I can understand the whole process, because you can't say you're going to change something in 60 days if you don't even understand what they're doing today.
That's good. I like that. Okay. Now, we talked about this a little bit. Stephen, you had mentioned about somebody being qualified to lead. Okay. Rachel, scenario, you can tell yourself when someone close to you isn't qualified for leadership. So the question for you is, do you tell them the truth, or do you protect the relationship?
I'm going to tell you, I'm a more straightforward person, which gets me in trouble a lot. I want to be honest. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to sit here, because it doesn't get me in trouble with the person that's the right person. If I can't have an honest conversation with you, then we might not need to be close in the first place. I want a friend to be able to tell me you are screwing up, and I want to be able to do the exact same thing. If we can't have a honest conversation with each other, you're in the wrong circles anyway. That's the first thing. If I can't be honest with you, and I don't mean abusively honest, you can be constructive without being mean. You can be straightforward without being insensitive. I'm a straightforward individual, which means I'm going to just tell you what is going right and wrong and try to steer you on the path. If you don't want to be on the path, that's up to you. My mentees get the same conversation, because I'm going to help you if you're willing, if you're ready to be helped. But if you don't want the help, I'm not forcing the help upon you.
Okay. Steve, you got something to say?
No. Go.
So, Rachel, I found this in all of some of the jobs I work at and in business. Okay, why do some people need power to feel valuable?
Those are things I talk about these in my course. I'm a brag. I got a shameless plug. Hashtag poverty to six figures. Chapter number 1: the 4 pillars of self-esteem, self-awareness, self-care, self-discipline. The reason why you need to be in power is because your self-esteem is low. And one more time, this is not talking trash about anybody. Society has conditioned us to feel less about ourselves. When you feel, when there's a power play, that means something is deficient in you. So if something is deficient in you, we need to fix the things that are deficient in you so you can be able to feel that you are adequate in the skin that you're in. You only want power because you don't have power over you. So we have to start with the power over you. And then you won't want power over anything else because you are already in power to be the best version of you and show up as the person that you naturally are and just use those talents to do the best things. Power is a struggle of internal negativity and energies of things that you have not corrected within you.
So do you think leaders owe people transparency, or do they owe people results?
Leaders owe the company results. I want to say that again. Leaders owe the company results. They owe the team structure and discipline so they can be able to produce the results that are needed for their positions. And I want people who are employees to hear this. I want you to hear it. People do not hire you just to get your check. They hire because they need a valuable individual in the role in which you in. People, when someone says your role is dispensable, it doesn't matter. We can train anybody to do that. That is something they've been conditioned to think. I don't care if the job seems mindless. There's some people that do it so well that they'll make other people seem as if that it's a different standard. But it goes to, are you sufficiently going to work to learn to do the job so you can grow and develop you, even if that's not the job you want? You want to be the extraordinary person you are for you. It's not for the company you work for. It's for you. How you show up for anything is how you show up for everything.
Okay. If you as a leader, say you make a bad decision publicly and you apologize for it, is apologizing strength or is it weakness?
For me, that's integrity. It's always strength. It's strength in owning up for a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. I think Steve has heard about them in some of our masterminds. I talk about one I just mentioned a few minutes ago that I made a really bad decision when I first took my role in leadership. It is strength in you admitting when things are not going well and getting help for them to get better. There is strength in help. There is weakness in hiding. That to me makes you weak. I'm weak when I'm hiding. When I was hiding about something, I'm guarantee you I felt extremely weak. I felt my character was weak.
I agree. I feel like I'm lying to myself if I'm hiding,
Exactly. I feel that to me is a weakness when I'm not being transparent, or when I'm hiding something, or I'm not willing to admit I was wrong. Yeah. So I'm a full believer in being transparent when you're wrong and building your integrity to be right again.
Okay. So if there was a choice between loyalty and competence, if they're in conflict, which one matters more to you?
It depends. So one more time, CEOs, I want y'all to hear.
I'm coming.
I gotta say this. Because I've been in leadership so long, it's gonna sound wrong, but it's right. Competency has got to be number one. Because if you're incompetent at the things that you're doing, I'm not being loyal to you. So to me, my job would be in leadership to help you be competent at what you're doing. That's my loyalty to you, helping you grow. I think to me, it have to be competent, because if I have you in a position that is not a correct fit for you, and I'm not helping, that means I'm not helping you be successful. So I'm always going to go being competent, and my loyalty lies with helping you grow into your competency.
Mm-hmm. You agree with that, Steve?
But what if they're not loyal? You don't feel like the person that's loyal, you can teach the job?
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I will teach the loyal person how to be competent, but competency is my goal.
Yeah. Okay.
I get that. So,
but how you feel, Greg? Because wait, hold on. Y'all ain't gonna ask me all these questions. How did you feel about that question? Because you felt you might feel something different. What do you think?
I think competency is the key. You know, because we can't be leaders if we don't know what we're talking about. You know, there's a such thing as I'm gonna fake it to make it. Now, there's been some jobs where, hey man, I said,
but we're talking about competency.
Pardon me?
We weren't talking about your competency. We're talking about that of the person under you.
Okay. All right. You're right. Absolutely. I was wrong. Let me refocus. I would want
just because you frozen don't mean you ain't gonna get that out to him.
I want the person under me, which I never like to say anybody works for me. I never like to say anybody is under me. We're here for the same goal, same purpose, okay? But I want you to be competent enough that if I'm not leading you, I'll say in the way that you feel that you need to be led, be competent enough to continue or strengthen what I'm talking about as the leader. You know, strengthen it. I'm good with that. All right. Let me read these comments real quick, Rachel. Leaders who can only lead skills are not part of the team. The team will usually have an internal leader that actually manages the team's production. What do you think about this? Brother Bug says politicians do it all the time about what they're going to do and never done it before. Yep. Trump and Heck says, yes, sir, knows absolutely nothing about the military. A good leader has to be a good follower, very observant of the total task at hand and knowing who to delegate responsibilities, and have faith that when all implementations are in place, the objective is accomplished. I agree totally with that.
I really agree with what Robert said. And I would say this. As a leader, you put people in place that are good at their respective roles. Now, I'll use myself for instance. I'm gonna use the exact what I'm doing currently. Currently, I'm on a campaign for selling 10,000 books.
Right.
I have a campaign director. I had a person head of branding and marketing. I had someone who's helping me with social media marketing, and I have a graphic designer. Mm-hmm. Now, each of them have something that they're strengths. Now, does that mean I have no idea about those 4 components? No. But I went to them because I wanted their strength to strengthen the team. You can't be everything to your team. You have to be the leader who can delegate responsibilities. And when the person doesn't do the job, being able to replace. So I'll say this, I'm not going to say replace, because I tend to, this is my way, guys. One more time, as a leader of 25 years, this is what I will work with you and ask you to do something 2 or 3 times. I'll have a conversation about how I would like things done. I give clear instructions on what I require, because that lets you know if you can't. And then I ask, is everything okay? Do you need assistance to be able to reach the goal? I do this automatically. It automatically comes that way from me. When someone says, I'm okay, I understand, and they do not deliver, I always ask a second time, okay, I didn't get this when I wanted it or when we needed it. Is there something going on that I might need to know so we don't have these problems going forward? Do you need other things from me to make sure you're able to successfully complete your task? I just had a meeting today with someone who got upset because I brought someone else in to assist me in a part of the business. It's the part of the business that's dropping. Now, I also said in that same meeting that I am not going to sit around and wait for you to decide when you're going to do the work. So to me, that is about being a leader who understands. Now, did you hear me say I did the work? I didn't. I said I brought someone else in who understood that. That is what, when Mr. Robert is speaking about Trump and at the end of the day, they're not going to know everything. And nor are you expected to as a leader. Leaders, I want y'all to hear this, CEOs. You're not expected to know everything about your business. You're expected to run what your business, tell people what you have to be clear on what your goal is. Because your team cannot support a dream that they have no idea that of a target. You are the person who's working on your business so you can give them the direction of how to run in your business.
And, you know, as far as the competency goes too, if I'm teaching someone, I try to use lessons because again, you know me, Rachel, you know me, Steve. I've been through just about every doggone thing, okay? But I would never tell anybody to be like me. I want you to be yourself, okay? And be competent. Understand what you're doing when you're working with me. And that's what I always say, not working for me. When you're working with me, every day is a learning experience, all right? Whether I'm around or whether I'm not. Every day is a learning experience because once you get into this field that we are in, the entertainment, the mentorship, the leadership, it's a strange ball game. You know what I mean? It's a really strange ball game. And to be able to navigate through this and be successful at it, believe me, if you're not competent, you're going to fail. You know, and that's just keeping it 100. So what I do with a lot of people is just I give them that positive affirmation, all right, and let them know that, hey, if you don't know your worth, nobody else is going to give you what you are valued at. So you could be worth $1 million, all right, but if you don't understand that you're worth $1 million, competent enough to understand that, then somebody's going to offer you $100,000 and you're going to take it. And Rachel, you know me, I ain't taking 100. If I know I can get 5, I ain't taking 100. I'm not.
I mean,
you're going to give me
should.
what I asked for. You're going to give me what I asked for. That's how I always think. Okay, I'm never going to undervalue me and what I do. I got another question for you though. Period. Why do some leaders? I'm not saying you, but a lot of leaders, they become less compassionate as they become more successful.
I'm going to say I might have been one of those leaders who did as well. And I'll tell you, I'm going to give it from two sides. One, I believe that the less compassion comes from that, you know, that you see more and you realize that your compassion in the beginning might have been misguided.
Mm-hmm.
However, I believe that being compassionate does not mean, being compassionate means that you understand another individual. And to me, I never lost that. I never lost the being understanding or wanting to understand, because I seek to understand, not to be understood.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I seek to understand what's going on with you. Do I want you to understand what I'm saying? Yes. But first, no, I want to understand where you're coming from and what's going on. So that's where my compassion is always with understanding. So why do most leaders, because a lot of them have been through all of the, when you have grown, or as opposed to being appointed, there's a difference. If you went to college and your college degree is what got you the role, a lot of times it takes a lot longer for you to get the learning curve to understand what people that might have lower positions than you are actually going through. For me, I feel that every leader should know how to know what someone's job is, not on paper, but in person.
Yep.
So when and most companies I have worked for, I encourage upper leadership to, when new people come in, no matter what their role is, let them learn operations, let them learn sales, let them learn customer service, because then you have an understanding of what that team is going through when you're sitting in whatever position and giving instructions on what needs to happen.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know this real quick too. And thank you, Rachel, for answering those questions. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna tell y'all, and I just thought about it because I'm watching my sister right here. When her and I used to work together many years, 20-some years ago. We used to work together, okay? But and I hadn't seen her. We talked every now and then, but I hadn't seen her in a while, okay? And I'm just sharing this with you guys. So I'm at this book signing. I didn't know she was going to come. I know we had talked, but we didn't talk about her coming there. I literally cried when I saw her. I cried. I ain't ashamed to say it. I cried. I hadn't seen my sister, who I love and admire, is in my heart. I hadn't seen her in damn near 20 years, y'all. So I cried. It was a shock to me. I cried. And I say that to say that, hey, man, people are brought into your life for a reason, all right?
Absolutely.
And we got a lot of people out here that's dismissing a lot of good people. I mean, I understand you got to sift it out of your life, but people are dismissing good people in their lives because they haven't seen them in a while.
Absolutely. Man,
look, it picked up right there. Okay, look, Rachel, I love, boy, and I see her every Thursday now. Okay, she don't know that I orchestrated this so I could see my sister. I could see, but actually, she said, "Greg, let's do this." All right, and I was like, "Cool, let's do it." Okay, every Thursday. All right, Rachel, we got to get out of here. Okay, I just want to share that story with y'all because I love this woman. I
say this, ditto. And it's funny, even when Steve and I first saw each other, now we were in a mastermind every week. We talked every week. But when I saw him in person, I had to give him a hug because it's different when you see people online as opposed to when you see them in person.
Yep.
Steve I want y'all to know he is super suave in person. I want y'all to see that and hear that in person.
That's
right
the cleanest fella, man. Ooh,
Steve is super suave. But I mean, me and Greg, we talked. Now, even though we hadn't seen each other, we talked all the time. Yeah. But when I didn't even know he was going to be there, and it was very, very touching to see him.
I cried, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like crying now. But anyway, Rachel, take us out of here.
So I want to make sure that I want to share with you guys about what y'all see behind me, the 5-day challenge. I know that you guys know that I do coaching and leadership and mentorship. However, this challenge is different. This is 5 days of diving deep into who we need to step into to be able to develop and grow our businesses. Right now, we're at a pinnacle time in the world. We need to, not only learn how to make money, but learn how to be really good at what we are destined to do. I'm going in July. I'm going to be doing something totally different that is going to offer something different, something that's going to be a little more elevated. I'm going to talk to you guys about that like closer in the middle of June. But the 5-day challenge is free 5 days. It will start on the second week of June. Be locked in from the 8th to the 12th. We will be doing a 5-day challenge. We'll be going through clarity, going through structure, going through leadership, going through internal things that we need to get past so we can grow and develop and be the next level leaders that we need to be. Always being focused on being the best version of you. So I dropped the link in the chat for you guys to go ahead and sign up. As I said, it is absolutely free. There'll be no pitching for you guys to do anything else. You guys know what I do already. The other things that I offer. This is really about laying the foundations so we can build the businesses that we are necessary for the next era. I want us to stop saying the wealthy get richer and the poor get poorer. The second that we say poorer, that means that we believe we're poor. You're internalizing being without money. So we have to reprogram the things we say to ourselves so we can elevate and grow ourselves. To be up, out, and moving to the greatness that we all know lies within who? You. See y'all next week right here on Dope Living TV with the National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductees and one with papers on the way. Y'all stay locked in right here every single Thursday for CEO Nuggets.
And I was trying to roll the thing, but now everything is frozen on here. Steve, what you got, man?
Man, great show today. Thank you for them CEO Nuggets and telling the leaders and the people. It's just like this. We got a world of CEOs. We also got to have employees. So we need people to lead people. you know. So we have to consistent. What did I say last time, Coach? Was it consistent discipline within yourself?
Absolutely.
But hey, check me out in Melanin and Marriage. I'm a contributing writer. Go to Epilepsy Enlightenment, Seizure Support Group on Facebook. Hey, and God is love, love is God.
Okay, I got to do something real quick, y'all, because I can't even close the show. Okay, so y'all talk for a second. Say something.
Hey, we always got something to talk about, especially about Steve and Epilepsy Enlightenment. I mean,
it's too. And remember, I want to do something too with you over in Illinois, because like we said, we producing basketball players, but we ain't in the school producing agents.
That's something that we got to look into getting the person to do that, Steve, for real. Have you got some people in mind?
Yeah. I got a couple of people that I was talking to, but I'm trying.
I think that a good person would be like Louis Shine, Coco Bailey.
Louis Shine, that's the basketball dude, right?
Right, Louis Shine. He's been behind the scenes. He's also been a player. He understands the numbers. He owns his own league. I think that he would be a great person to bring that to fruition. Coco Bailey, she also owns her own basketball league. And she will be coming to the BHC network. Guys, get locked in. She'll be on the CEO State of Mind channel coming very soon. I think that those are two people. Just that I know in our circle right now that they understand the game, which means that they can understand how to train a next level agent or an agent to be able to grow to the next level.
Yeah, right. Louis Shine.
And these are, like I say, these are programs we need in schools, you know, because back in the day, you know, you went to a trade school half a day, but they taught you to be laborers, you know, and let's just teach something else. But we'll push them on that court. We'll push them on that court to go to somebody else and try to work them.
It might not get to a school, but we could. There could be a program that they create.
Right. I mean, even with because of how they got the NIL deals.
You know what? I was supposed to do something with Brother Bug.
Some programs that allow
Brother Shine and his wife, and I'm going to share it real quick. So you know how a long time ago that TV used to be on radio. All right. His wife does a lot of plays.
Siberia.
Okay. Yeah. And I told them that I wanted to produce and help them get her plays or do a script and put it on the radio and have 15-minute whatever and then make it recurring. And if you're watching Brother Shine, Sister Shine, it's my fault that it didn't happen. I put too much on my plate, didn't get back. But if you still want to do it, I'll put the money and the time behind it, okay? Except for $10. Gotta save $10 because I owe Steve 10. You know
what we waiting on. What'd you say? I ain't waiting on 10. What I'm waiting on?
Netflix.
Netflix. He know waiting on 10 million.
I haven't stopped trying. I just don't talk about it no more because I got work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's all right. Trust me, they see the show.
Oh, I know they trust me. They see the show every week. Executives from there. Look, it's a lot of stuff that I just don't talk about. Okay, so we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, but I know people who and I'll leave you all with this. And Rachel, I know you're gonna agree, and Steve agree. If you disagree, I'm wrong, and I'll accept that. But whatever platform you're on, whatever you're trying to promote out there, whatever you push out there, however you're pushing it, somebody's watching. And there's somebody that can change your life that is watching, but they haven't come to you because they want to see a little bit more. All right. They want to make sure that when they invest their time in you, that they're going to get results from that. Okay. And Steve, you know that, and I don't know if Rachel, if you know that I know it, but Steve, you know that what I'm talking about because that's what I did with the music video show. Okay. I waited and I waited and I waited, did my thing. I grew it myself, okay? But when the opportunity came, that one person saw it and said, hey, man, look, I need you to leave this, come to this, and we're going to blow it up. And they did. All right. And
I ain't seen him for 20 years.
Well, that facts. 15 actually. Facts though. Facts. Because I was busy.
But you know what though? This is one thing that's truth and real. You know, Jesus is the reason. And once we realize that he is the reason, and we plant that seed of that in our foundation, that's when he designates our season.
And I'm gonna tell you,
and that's what good. It is.
Don't forget your closing line. See,
God is love, love is God.
Gotta say it, man. You have to continue. You gotta be on that, all right? You never know. Joel Osteen or whoever that dude is, he might be seeing you and might say, hey, Steve, I want you to come to the tabernacle, wherever he at, that big old stage he got, and come through and do that. But, you know, Rachel, you continuously help people navigate influence. You continue to hold people accountable to their position in life, okay? You continuously teach people discipline and vision. And these are things that a lot of these leaders avoid. You make them accountable, okay? And we appreciate you coming through every Thursday doing just that. Man, look, it is time for us to go. Put a lock on that, all right? Hey, what's going on, Danita Bohannon? I want my daddy's records. Anyway, I had to throw her up there. Anyway. All right, Gina, she'll be back next week. And week after next, got somebody coming on that's going to sit in with us occasionally, give their opinions, give their comments. They're a bit more fiery than Steve sometimes, and then sometimes they're just as quiet as Gina. So nobody's taking my brother's place. Nobody. All right? But we do have to continuously move and continuously grow. All right? So that's what we're doing. This is Dope Living TV. Bro, Bugs, real quick, what's the score, man? You're supposed to be giving me the score. What's the score, bro? Because, see, Rachel, Steve
San Antonio up.
Steve is under the impression.
San Antonio up. I'm watching the game.
They up? Oh, San Antonio.
I'm watching the game.
They up for the moment.
I'm going to tell you this. I have not seen any sports game in 3 years.
And you don't plan on it, right?
Nope. And I'm avid football fan, avid tennis fan, avid basketball fan, but it don't fit into the picture of the next level leader that I'm stepping into. Not right now.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna tell you about that tennis thing. Okay, there's something big happening in Atlanta right now that's going to be done next fall. Huge. I'm telling you, it's huge.
Trying to be part of it.
Y'all stay on 30-22 San Antonio. Oh, that ain't nothing. Thank you, Brother Bugs. Appreciate you, man. When I come through, man, I'm gonna hit you up. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. Take you to lunch, man. Y'all stay on till I close out, okay? I'll tell y'all something. Anyway, it's Dope Living TV Live, man. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. We will see you guys on Monday with the Relationship Roundtable. Trust me, it's gonna be something else. All right, peace. I said peace. Peace. We gone.
Whether in the house or outside, you know that we gon' do it. Make a wrong decision, turn around and still get through it. When you say the name, you know it's us and what we doing. So turn it on and let the bass get booming. Hey, yeah. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Yeah. We got it all. Come and see. Yeah. Dope Living TV. Oh. Dope Living TV. Oh.